Good afternoon, and welcome to Spinal Engine. I'm James, and I'm here today to show you how to get rid of a forward head in 3 minutes or less without any unnecessary stretching, straining, or working out. Now, the forward head condition is usually suffered by a lot of people who work on computers. They sit at the desk, they have the head reaching forward from the rest of themselves, creates a lot of pressure on the neck and the lower back and the rest of the spine. So what we're going to do here, please join me for this experiment. Get a mat for yourself, put it on the floor, and do this. Don't just take my word for it. Let your body tell you what I'm telling you, and then you'll believe that it's the true path to healthy movement. Lay down on your back. Lift and lower the head many times. And as you lift and lower the head, just feel what happens to the contact that your back makes with the floor. And if you listen carefully enough, what you'll notice is that as the head comes up, it moves forward in relation to the shoulders, and the tummy has to pull tight and the back pushes flat against the floor. So what this means is that the logic of the body, the somatologic, the internal logic of the nervous system tells us that for the head to come forward in relation to the shoulders, so the tummy pulls tight and the lower back flattens. Now if we do the opposite, if we lay down on our front sides and we do the same thing of lifting and lowering the head, many times you just lift the head off the floor, bring it back down to the floor, lift and lowering it many times, and feel what happens to the contact that the rest of you is making with the floor. And if you listen carefully enough, what you'll find is that as the head moves up, it moves backwards in relation to your shoulders, and something has to push down, right? The head goes up, something else must go down, and that's the belly. So in order for the head to move backwards in relation to the shoulders, the belly has to push forward into the floor. Now, if you don't believe me, try this, and instead of pushing the belly forward, see if you can lift the head up towards the ceiling and pull the belly in as you do that. And you'll notice that this is almost an impossible task. So the logic of the body is such that when the belly pushes out and down and away from you, so the head travels backwards on the shoulders or in relation to the shoulders without any unnecessary muscles being called on to contract or any kind of workout or stretching. Now this is important because most physical therapists are advocating how important core strength is, right? Core hit the market 30 years ago. It's in the gyms, it's in the physical therapy, it's in the Pilates centers, the chiropractor. Everybody's telling us how important the core strength is. But if you look at what happens with the somatologic, right, as the kinetic chain, as you pull the belly in, which is what they're advocating as a way of life to be walking around on the streets, pull your tummy in and have a tight core, it's going to protect your back. But in reality, what that does is it pulls the head forward in relation to your shoulders. So this forward head thing is really a self-made problem by the health experts in the health industry to get you to go to get help and to then prescribe all sorts of funny things like corrective stretches in order to bring the neck back or the head back. They'll give you all sorts of stretching and workouts and things to try and do in order to have the head to go back. But in reality, folks, you've just done it. You can feel for yourself. As the belly pushes out and forward, the head will move backwards on its own. And if you look at any 2-year-old child running around without a shirt on, you'll see that the belly of the child is loose and free and available to move. This is what transpires to good health, folks. Having the belly pulled in towards your spine is just going to rob a person of your vitality and is actually going to rob you of your health too. It's not the way the body works. It's not how we should be moving. We should learn from the children and what we learned from the floor, push the belly out, have the head come back, get rid of your forward head once and for all.